once you get 5 minutes off track, it's like it's just everything just F's up. It's fine. Got a stack panel today, security panel. They're going to come here and tell you how to not get robbed virtually, maybe otherwise. First up, Papa Boner, Jaxa.
I'm itching to get in.
Hey guys.
Very good. That's what I was looking for. And
hey everybody.
I cannot pronounce your welcome. I cannot pronounce Big Pack some Tom. Please pronounce your name, sir. If you can hear me. B Pack Das Bomb.
Hello. BPK Das Bomb.
that rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
BPK Das Bomb. Okay, actually, I can roll with that. BPK Das Bomb. Okay, I'll say that 10 times now. I'll never forget.
It's BPK. It's Dust Bomb.
The BPK stands for Blood Pack. It's just my old gamer tag.
Nice. I've definitely seen you around for a while. I never can pronounce your name, so I'm glad I finally have you and Pesky Girl too. I think first time on the channel. Welcome, and I'm glad to be able to pronounce your name. Maybe if I remember. Yeah, it's pretty good name. Welcome, Pesky Girl, as well. All right, I've not sat down for a while. I'm gonna take a break. I'll be back in and out. You guys and girls do security stuff. 3, 2, 1, go.
Boom, security stuff.
Yeah, just before
do we have a topic?
Off, we don't, but I just wanted to congratulate you on your session you done yesterday, mate. You had a 10-minute slot, and that was awesome. You covered a lot of ground in that 10 minutes. So
yeah, good job.
Thank you.
Yeah. So sorry for reference. You done a security spot on the Pulse Chain conference yesterday. Just I know you probably had a lot more you wanted to cover there as well. So hopefully we've got a bit more time here today. We can delve into some of that.
Yeah, we can talk about it. Sure. I actually uploaded this segment as well. If somebody wants to watch it, just this segment. It's on my Baum Crypto YouTube channel, just as a single file. So it's easy to find.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just preface this with a message and the way I've seen things over the last few years? And I want to see if you guys are seeing the same thing. I'm actually relieved. Then again, we're at the base of what we think is the bull market. But have you guys seen kind of a trend lower than the last bull run in terms of DMs and, oh my gosh, I think I've been hacked, or I've lost all my goodies, or somebody sends you, hey, this guy just lost $1 million, right? I haven't seen any of that in like weeks. Things have been trending down. So I think, as I suspect, our community is really well educated because of all of your hard work. And I think that's really a great thing that's unique to the HEX community. HEX and Pulse Chain communities. So my hat, although my wife would not like me to show you my bald head, is off to you. And I think what you do is important and you've got to keep it up. However, it seems like there's evidence that what you're doing here is actually working. So congratulations. What do you guys think?
I would say what I've seen change is the threat vector. So last cycle, it was all about getting people to give up their seed words. And I don't know why, because that's the one thing that's drilled into you when you get into this space is don't reveal your seed words. But I think people get socially engineered where they get tricked into a panic state and give them up. And I think that's the thing, whether that particular attack got less effective as people got more switched on, I think that's probably happened. So now the more of the attack vector is getting people to go to phishing sites, which Dust Bomb covered yesterday, going to the phishing sites and getting them to do an approval that swipes their funds. So bit of education to go on how people navigate around and find sites. If you're coming in fresh to an ecosystem, you go, I want to bridge in, and you go to Google and go, how do I bridge? You're going to get all sorts of crap. So people need to improve the way they filter to find legitimate sources.
Actually, I want to offer a different perspective. What made me get into crypto was watching somebody get their wallet drained. And the only thing that survived the drain was the staked HEX, because the scammers know how to see the stake text to know that it was in the wallet. And that for me was, oh my gosh, this is real. There is a way to do this safely. And I think I came in with the mindset, because I was so focused on safety, that I tried to learn safety before I really tried to learn about any coin. And if there is one piece of advice I could give to any new person coming in the market, please, please, please take time to learn about safety, about what you're investing in.
Amen. Das Mom?
Yeah, can I actually show some stuff? Can we? Is somebody managing?
Is it savory stuff or child?
No,
stuff?
it's like super spicy hot stuff. Always.
Oh,
yeah.
I
But
think we need.
If not,
yeah.
if there is no management, then I can just show it in my own frame, and then it's gonna be good. So just like smooth down here, and then we're gonna activate this guy here, and.
not to green screen shame you all, but isn't it great that we all got the memo to have the same green screen? Well done. Perfect.
if you drop it in the chat, I'll make a special adjustment for you on live on.
Yeah, okay. I can't, but okay.
I deleted the view. Okay, sorry, I need a moment.
Yeah, sorry. And then just wanted to add, while he's getting his technicals together, the trend that I'm seeing most is people are actually whacking themselves in their backups, mismanagement of the backups, mismanagement of the passphrase. I'm helping more people to settle that type of issue than anything else right now, which is good and bad. It means that you're missing a critical, thing that you have to remember in crypto. Don't make it too, arcane that you yourself get caught in your own trap. So make sure that your backups, and if you have a special recipe, how you've obfuscated all of your backups, that you have backed that recipe up as well. So don't trust your brain wallet. Don't make it so absolutely crazy that you can't figure it out yourself. And in terms of survivorship, make sure your loved ones have that recipe as well or can access it. Sorry, Dust Bomb, I was trying to give you a little bit of time to get that together. Did it not work out?
That's a really good point, by the way. Write shit down. Write it down. Have a little booklet, just clean, write everything down, all the stuff, how you got into your LP position, what wallet you use, what wallet addresses you have, what you lent or borrowed out to your friends, what transactions you have for taxes, and all this information, how to get back into your accounts, how to get into your ciphers, how to restore your backup, like all these stuff. If you organize and set everything up in advance, you will prepare yourself for a smooth ride down the road instead of being panicky or losing or just not being able to restore your stuff at some point. So, and you will be just more at ease, and you won't be able to be pestered by hackers who say, you're going to lose something, you're going to you have to do this, you have to type in your seed words here and there to restore. And this is where usually people mess up and then lose everything. And this is one example that I wanted to show. So here you go.
Just before you go into your example, what you just spoke about there. So when I'm wearing my security consultant hat in my day job, what I get people to prepare is something called an ICE document. So an in case of emergency document. And that has basically, I'll give you a brief rundown. It has your important team. So who are the important people that one of your loved ones may need to contact if something goes pear-shaped? So you might be awesome at doing HEX stakes, but your loved one has no idea about it. Is there someone they can lean on to help them? So build out who should be taking control of the assets, who can help with the technical side of things. And then the rest of the document is what I call leaving a series of breadcrumbs so that people can get the pieces of information together that they need to be able to bring the right people and the right information together at the right time so that you can unlock the assets when you need to hand them over.
Find those Dragon Balls.
Well, and
Go ahead,
anytime you're
Pastor.
trading, I'm going to pick on Tiger here for a second. You know, we all probably have heard of Tiger, crypto god. Anytime you're trading, your full attention needs to be on trading, because, you know, if you're in an elevator with a half-dressed woman and you accidentally send your funds to a contract address, you're not getting them back.
Which half was that?
You'd have to ask him. I'm not certain if it was top or bottom.
Okay. Very nice. May I also add, these are polypropylene paper booklets. They are very useful for flood resistance for your backups and your ciphers and everything that Dustbaum was mentioning that you should back up, and Jex as well. This is a nice to have type of thing. These are really, really cheap. They're called surveyor books, and they come in this plastic type of paper. It looks just like paper. You use ferric type of alcohol-based pens on them, and they're very good for doing your Shamir sacred sharing and splitting up for disaster recovery as well. We can get into that offline. We don't have much time today, but Jexa BPK Dustbaum, I'm sure Pesky Girl also knows how to lead you through how to do a proper Shamir secret sharing backup of your goodies. And then finally, if you want to go for fire resistance, which in this community, you laugh at that whole type of, belt and braces type of attitude to backups. However, I know of 4 house fires so far in our community, 4 house fires, and we are consulted by actually 2 ex-firemen in our community that agree, keep your stuff on those fender washers that Dustbaum actually created some template or some jigs, so you could actually pound your seeds into a fender washer stack. I don't know if you still sell them. Do you still sell them, Dustbaum?
Yeah, they're still available.
Excellent. There they are.
This is what they are, and I actually have. I actually have an update. I updated it just recently. So this
Beautiful.
is the type of backups that I prefer. This is for 24 seed words. If you have 1 word per washer, and this is the same backup for 24 words as well. So you can size them down to whatever you want.
Mm-hmm. And you can do so much with that. You can actually do your passphrase as well, which you also should be backing up in a separate geographic location. So, sorry, I was again buying you time. Did you have any other? They're the beautiful fender washer. You can collect all of this hardware at your local, brick and mortar store like a Lowe's or a Home Depot. There's no record of you doing anything to do with crypto when you do so as well. They're cheap. And again, if you're going to put a nut at the end of this bolt, make sure that it's a value lower in terms of the stainless steel, so that over time that bolt doesn't seize onto that nut, or vice versa, the nut onto the bolt.
Well, and I'm going to pick on Das here because he touched on a subject yesterday that I want to talk about, and it's the fake streams. One that I witnessed early on, I don't know if any of you guys caught the SpaceX fake, but what happened when SpaceX stopped streaming on YouTube and only started streaming their rocket launches on X, the scammers came in and created a channel on YouTube that everybody thought was SpaceX. And when the rocket went to launch and scrubbed, all of a sudden you had this thing saying Elon was giving you, I think it was 2 Bitcoin or 2 Ethereum for every one you sent him. And I mean, oh my goodness, you get on NASA spaceflight and they try really hard to keep the crypto separated. And I can't imagine how many of the space nerds, which I'm a space nerd, 100%, NASA spaceflight is what got me on YouTube and made me pay for premium the first time. So please, I love all my space nerds out there. But I can't imagine how much that got everybody. Luckily, I had somebody, locally, Johnny Chaos, to tell me, you're being an idiot. Don't do that, to stop me. But how many people didn't have somebody around to go, hey, knock it off?
And here is one of those examples. I didn't get to show it in the stream yesterday. I ran out of time. But this is basically from the Trump stream. So that's do I have it here?
Trump for HEX.
Yeah, so from this stream, the guy who who was on a fishing channel, they were fishing for other people to get their crypto. This leads to this website, and it's exactly what you were describing. So they have that 1 Bitcoin, get 2 Bitcoins back, and it's obviously a scam. So anytime all of this is fake, this is just like randomly generated. They lure you in and think like, oh, there's actually transactions.
That's a pretty legit looking site if you don't know how.
Yeah, it looks nice. It has a nice setup. Yeah, but
yeah.
it's like all fake. And people who just don't know in advance, they think like, oh, is this like people get rich in crypto, right? This is how they get rich, right? And then they fall for this and they throw in their like, I don't know, 50K or so because they believe in this personality in Trump or in Elon Musk, in those record chips and so on, and they fall for it because they just don't know better. So the more you prepare yourself in advance, the more you learn about how the systems work, what security you should take care of advance before you even start the whole investing and trading part, then you're going to just be better off. And to get back to the initial question, in the very, very beginning, we talked about the websites that ask for your seed words, and I wanted to pinpoint this specific one. This one has been shared a lot in the community. They usually do it on Telegram, and they try to give technical support. And this looks like one of our community websites, but it's not. So what they do is they hunt for people who have tech issues. They pretend to be tech support. They say, oh, we are admins. We're going to help you. Please DM me, or they DM directly and hope that the guy is replying. So they hunt for you in your most vulnerable state where you think you lost something, you have a stuck transaction, you have like $1,000 or $10,000 on the bridge, and you think that it's not validating or whatever. And then they have all these options here that are fake options. They don't do anything actually. So if you click on them, that's all the same. See? Even though they are supposed to be fixing your transaction, clearing a pending transaction, like wallet error, clear wallet error, like, hey, magical button, clear all the things. It sounds too true to be good, right? But people in their fear state, they just go onto the websites and think they're gonna achieve something and remove their issue. And what ends up happening is they go to this website. It's like looking like it's gonna do something. All these buttons, they're all the same. Most people click on MetaMask because that's what people use. Stop using MetaMask. It's a super bad software.
Yep.
But you're being very polite then.
Yeah. And then it just keeps loading and loading. And then at the very end, the only option you really have where it's trying to drive you to is connect manually. And then look, it's asking you for your seed words. And this is where at this moment you should think to yourself, like Papa B always likes to say, never type your seed words into your keyboard and your passphrase as well. So yeah, this is the worst thing. Up until this moment, you are safe, by the way, so you don't need to be that scared. But if you enter your seed words and press this connect, this is actually sending the seed words to the hacker. After this, it's usually gone within a few seconds because they have it automated wallet drainer set up. The seed phrases automatically read out. The bot is swooping through the address, clearing everything on all networks, and sending it to the hacker's address. Yeah.
Just on, you just made you made a comment about up until what point you're safe, and so generally, now I'm not saying you do this, but if you do inadvertently connect your wallet to a site like that as well, generally, unless you sign some sort of transaction, you haven't done any harm. The moment in time when you start actually signing transactions, that's when you've got issues. If you're using, say, MetaMask or Rabby or Internet Money or whatever wallet it is, a software wallet, where you generate your seeds on the computer and you sign instantly. So when a transaction pops up and says approve, it's like driving without a seatbelt, because you don't have that extra moment to actually think before you press the approve button on your hardware wallet. So when you're using a hardware wallet, you've got to press approve on the Web3 wallet, Rabi or whatever it is, and then you've got to cycle through the transaction and usually do at least 2 or 3 presses on your hardware wallet. So it's just that mental that space to have a mental check and go, okay, is this really what I want to do? Sometimes when I'm using a test wallet, it's very easy to just click on something and go, oh shit.
Yeah, and using a robust passphrase too, Jexa. Using a robust passphrase on the hardware wallet will give you more than just that instant of considering things. You're typing it in painstakingly. If it's on the actual hardware wallet itself, it's even more difficult. You're really committed to doing this. It gives you all that time to think, is this trip really necessary, right? Is this really safe? Yep. So yeah, it's another added bonus for using a hardware wallet. And by the way, if you are not using a hardware wallet now, I don't know what to freaking tell you. You got to be using a hardware wallet by this time with a passphrase. If you have liquid assets, start up a new hardware wallet. These things cost $50 now over at Trezor. You know, a Ledger as well. They have really low price SKUs. If you need any help, you know, you can reach out. I'm sure that any one of the 4 of us would be happy to simply lead you through it or direct you to videos that we've made in the past that will lead you through it. Jexa, you run a whole service that leads people from zero to hero in terms of security as well, correct?
Yeah. So I, in my day job, I wear a cap. So under the Bradshaw Knox brand, that's my website, bradshawknox.com. And yeah, that's got a whole series of videos. One in particular is like what I call crypto rapid start. And it's not about how you rush in and buy something. It's about how you set up a good security framework. And then that sort of takes you through from how you set your computer up, how you harden a browser, right through to passphrases and where you can store them.
And if anybody slides into the official Telegram for Internet Money Wallet and starts screaming, usually I respond quickly.
Yep. Hardware wallet is, you know, Internet Money Wallet, or, you know, is probably, you know, it's got the native tokens already preloaded. The native chain is Pulse Chain. That's an added benefit. I do strongly urge you to use it in conjunction with your hardware wallet. So hardware, you know, Internet Money Wallet would be the skin preferred for Trezor on the back end. I think that's a great combination. And sometimes when things hiccup, I have to flip around to other, you know, browser-based wallets, but never using them in the raw, because there's something called a Mars stealer, and there's been many variations of this attack. You can pick it up from one of the sites that Das Palm just went through as well. They may actually have it right there that actually goes to the seed store file locally on your machine where your seeds have been stored automatically through generating this seed through the browser-based extension wallet. They collect that information and wait for you to type in your password. So it's a combination of a keylogger as well. It encapsulates that information, which decrypts the first seed store file that they collected, sends it back home, and then covers its trail on the way out. And you'll never know it until your goodies are gone. You'll say, but I did everything right. No, you didn't, because you trusted only a browser-based extension wallet, and that was the problem. So please don't. The passphrase is the thing that sets everything apart, and there's no answer to yet. We'll all keep our ears to the ground to find out if there is an exploit that someday breaks SHA-256 or SHA-512 is the pivot point, or passphrases are not effective anymore. That's not today. That's not this bull run. That's probably not the next 10 years. But if it is, you'll probably hear it from somebody in our community what the next best thing is going to be.
Yes. Oh, and I can tell you.
Pretty cool already.
And I can tell you.
Can I real quick talk about passphrases before we move on?
Yes.
Not only do you get this time delay for HEX, but you also most of the times you only get asked for the actual seed words. a lot of the hackers didn't catch on yet to the, I actually need a passphrase as well. And you can have multiple passphrases. So you can organize yourself into a system where you have spread out information, spread out addresses on multiple passphrases. And even if you somehow manage to get one of them compromised, all the other stuff is still safe. So you can, for example, have your cold storage on this one particular passphrase, and you never give that out. You never type it in. You never give it to somebody, maybe only on super rare occasions, and you have it tucked away in a different spot. So you place your crypto, and then you need to drive like 3 kilometers or 2.5 miles for everybody else to get to that destination, to even get to that money. So it's more secure, more safe, because there is an additional barrier that you need to overstep to get to that. If you just have your 12 or 24 seed words, like either on your software wallet or on your mobile phone, which is even worse, it immediately gets like swiped away. But if you have the passphrase on top of it, it's harder to get to. And just for everybody at home, here is what it would look like. So you have your 12 seed words. In this case, it can also be 24, 15, 33, whatever system you use. So usually you only generate this one single address derivation path. And this one is usually the no passphrase, but its mnemonic is the passphrase. And then it generates wallet A1, A2, A3, and so on. It's endless wallets. But the moment that you type, that you change it to a passphrase of your own choosing, and it should be something that's more complicated than just Martha in this example, but it will generate a different path where it generates address B1, B2, B3. And so the hacker needs both the seed words and the passphrase to get to your wallets down here. And then you can have more passphrases, which also makes your backup easier, because now you have to set backup only one set of seed phrases and then a few additional passphrases of your choosing, and they can be as long as you want. I think Ledger supports up to 50 and Trezor up to 100 or so for
opposite. It's okay.
Opposite? There was the other round? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And by the way, David Morales has a great point on the chat. He says, "Oh my God, don't mention crypto on the phone. Worst idea ever." And I entirely concur. I was in the secure handset business for a number of years, and I'll tell you, for the convenience that you think you get, there's a reason that the hardware wallet vendors don't support, truly support cell phones in terms of using your hardware wallet connected up with them. You've got the browser extension, you've got their like the Trezor Suite, for example, and you've got the hardware device, and you've got the actual Windows type of stuff, or Linux as the backend when you talk about a PC. But on the phone, man, there are so many exploits for the chipset. There's so many exploits for the Android, even iOS, even the Apple Mac OS and Apple cell phone is riddled with holes and availability to exploit. Plus, you've got another dimension of having to work interoperability. So the hardware manufacturers have pretty much given up. They took responsibility for the desktops and laptops, but not on the phones. So please consider that. Use it in the comfort and safety of your own home always is what I would ask people to do. Onboarding, you would think, is a little bit more difficult. To hell with that. Retention is a lot more guaranteed. When you do onboard somebody, they're here for the long haul.
Do not Google for bridge links.
Do not, yeah.
Do not click on sponsored ad.
Oh, that was random.
Yeah, that's the most important thing I can think of at this moment. I talked about it. What's the Pulse X conference? Yeah, I did 15 minutes. Security. Go ahead.
Have we got 5 minutes more, mate? Or
we do.
To get booted?
We got 5 to 8. Yeah.
Cool. All the talk about passphrases and seed words. I want to give a big shout out. I'm going to sound like a massive shill for Trezor, but they made a huge advancement in the way they allow you to manage your seed words with their latest 2 devices. So you don't have to go buy the flagship one. You can buy the lower cost model, and it still supports this. So rather than just have your normal 12 or 24 seed words, they allow you to set up something which Papa Bone has mentioned called Shamir, which is a little bit more complicated, but the security and the redundancy it gives you in how you protect your seeds is next level. Now, Ledger supports that as well, but the big change that Trezor made was you can start off with a basic type of seed word, it's 20 words, and you can expand that out and turn it into a more advanced Shamir as you're going, which is a really easy entry point for someone where you don't want to overwhelm them, but you want to get them into the space securely. So you can set them up on a basic one, and then you can roll them into the more advanced Shamir as they start to get a bit more comfortable, or the amount of funds they're trying to protect grows. I don't think there's any other wallet that does that at the moment. Is that correct?
That I know of, no.
Yeah. So it is a game changer. And yes, Trezor doesn't support every kind of coin out there, but use it as your primary storage. And then if you want to go get your other shit coins that only Ledger supports, fine, have at it. But just understand the security model is completely different.
Well, the only thing I think that Trezor doesn't support is XRP. So, man.
If you're playing with like
it supports EVM, that's enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's
right.
it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you've got to be on the fringes, like playing with Teo and things like that, where they're fringe ones that they're new and different kinds of chains. So yeah, you're going to have those odd things where you can't do that sort of stuff.
Great point.
That's part of the normal development, though. Like everything new and on the edge, it always starts out with software only. I mean, in Bitcoin, Bitcoiners also only had software wallets, and they generate it in the browser with everybody having access to it online. So it's like, and just like we just try to get away from it now because we just know better now and we have more options, right? And by the way, by the way, people who were talking in the chat about the laptop, so offline, a crypto-only laptop, that Bitcoiners originally, to get away and like simulate the hardware, what they had to use air-gapped crypto-only laptops just to be able to generate cold storage wallets. Like we don't have to do that nowadays anymore. We can just use the hardware wallets because it's easier. If you are knowledgeable enough, you can still go the old original route and say like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna unscrew my laptop and remove the Wi-Fi card and do it by hand. But do you really want to learn that?
That's that security convenience thing. And if you make it too inconvenient, you won't use it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's a great point. I think it's easy, especially for people in security, to be like, no, you got to do all these things, and if you don't know about that, you're going to mess yourself up. If it's not simple enough and it's not frictionless enough, or people have to go out of their way to do it, they're just not going to do it. They're just going to be, nope, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to use hot wallet for everything. I'm going to do blah blah blah. That's another hard part of getting security for normal people, right? For sure.
Well, Max, it's been like this since the beginning of HEX, since the AA opened up. I was battling some people. There was a dude in there that said, it's too much friction. We're not going to get any onboards. Just put it in MetaMask. And I said, look, Richard's saying that this thing has the potential of going 10,000x, and you're staking. So that means that you're pegged to that seed. You can't take it off of that seed. It's generated locally. At best, you can triage that to a hardware wallet later on. Why not start off with a 24-word seed and a passphrase now? You'll be committed for 15 years, and you want to be able to transfer that from hardware wallet to hardware wallet as well. And if you don't think that $100 investment that you make today is going to 10,000x with conviction, then what the hell are you doing in crypto? So protect it as if it's going to 10,000x. Even if it doesn't, you should be protecting it as if it does, because for all of us from the beginning, we experience that stuff.
What the hex?
What the hex?
How to get a one?
Treat your $100 like it's worth $1 million now. Imagine it's the future. Aliens are real. The singularity happened.
I saw them.
Crypto went through the roof. Pulse chain is $2, and you got compromised and hacked and lost all your money. Do you want to be in that position? No, you can't turn back time. But you can change your position now on that. You can take security seriously and have your 24 words and the passphrase right now today. Go get
Sure,
it.
I
Oh, and
appreciate
the
you
hardware
didn't
wallet.
FUD our
And
bags
a
with
crypto-only
$2
laptop.
hex. $2 hex is FUD. It's $5 hex. That's what I'm looking for. $5. Let's go. Every hex worth a $5. Imagine that. Every hex being worth a $5 bill.
Why so bearish?
Why so bearish indeed? I just want to drop this in here too. I don't know. DPK DOS Bomb. I went to your channel. Do you have any security playlists or PC?
That's the wrong channel. That's my private channel. You have to
okay.
go to
sexy
Baum
time.
Crypto.
He's got Security Sunday. I've been watching him since
How do I-
yesterday.
Okay.
Check out Baum Crypto.
Baum Crypto. Just the way I think it's spelled.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is,
The
up
second.
top.
Okay.
The second.
Oh, gotcha.
You click on the channel.
Awesome.
And then
Awesome.
there is if you click on videos, you have the pre-made videos. Yeah, you're already there. Click on videos.
Yep.
You have the pre-made videos, which is the laptop series and some bridge stuff and so on. And if you go on live, that's where the juice is, the details.
Squeeze the juice. Okay. All right.
And I'm very efficient. I put in a lot of information into those videos. They're usually like 1 hour long, but they're all with timestamps, and there's like 100 topics in one video. So I go through everything itsy bitsy, and most of the questions that you want answered about security, they're already answered in those videos.
Well done. I'm gonna have to watch the tangent one. Go ahead.
I just made it through episode 3. They're amazing, Das, and thank you for having that out there for all of us.
Yes. I've dropped the link in the chat. Of course, security playlist on the channel as well. Had security week a couple years ago. Feels like just yesterday. No, that was a long week. Covered a lot of stuff as well. But yeah, it's a crypto security playlist. All the stuff. Every time a security thing happens to somebody's wallet got hacked. If I talk about it on live stream, I usually clip it and put it in here as well. So great. Got a lot of great security resources.
By the way, Das Baum also showed on his talk yesterday how even his channel can be spoofed and people can be led to the wrong place. So please double check exactly where you're going with Das Baum stuff. Because as you get more popular out there, like he's got all these videos and access to all this good security stuff, make sure that you're going to the right site and that nobody leads you astray and wants to comment and drag you to a private room or something, especially when he's maybe not manning the Telegram chat or something like that. He's become kind of a spoofed person. So be careful. And in case you think that somebody's leading you through, it's also wise to get a second opinion. Reach out to somebody else. Somebody else that does security, maybe on this channel or elsewhere.
If someone DMs you, you can ask them to DM you on another platform to see if they're a scammer or not. 2FA on platform, social media. Boom.
Interesting. That's good.
Right.
If anything feels wrong, back out.
Yep. I always ask for them to ask me to verify that I'm me, to show dick pic, and then I put up a picture of Richard Hart. Right, that's my favorite dick pic.
Tricky. There is a tricky.
Can you bring up? Can you please bring up that one comment from Tron22?
Tron22. There we go.
Yeah. I have my tokens in Ruby. In what other wallet can I put my seed words to recover those tokens? That's a horrible 2-hour session that I see coming up. Yeah, this question alone is all the wrong things. You need to look into security and how things work from the get-go. You need to understand how wallets work. You need to understand how wallet addresses generation works and so on, how RPC settings work. Please go onto my channel and look through the videos that we just linked, especially the very first video. It goes through the basics. You need to learn that so you understand what you're doing. The short answer for you is go get a hardware wallet and copy those seed words only into the hardware wallet. Stop using Ruby as your base wallet. Go get a Ledger or a Trezor. I don't care which one. And then you can start managing your tokens in there. And ideally you get 2, so you can get one that is not compromised yet, because your current seed words might already be compromised, and you need to transfer the or if you don't have any like hex stakes or anything like that yet, maybe you just transfer from your Rabi wallet onto your safe new hardware wallet seed words. So you can be good with that. But yeah, get the hardware wallet first and watch my first video on my channel. It's going to cover all your questions, which we cannot cover right now.
Before you, if you're going to set up a new hardware wallet, learn about passphrases first.
Yes.
Sorry,
it's in my video.
It sounds like in the question too, just for people that are watching as well. It's something they're trying to go from one wallet to another, which it's all kinds of complexities there. But hardware wallets, hot wallets, learn all about it. We got a ton of content in the community. Hopefully make it as easy for you as possible. But
just to touch on this for any newbies watching, the tokens do not live in a wallet. They live in a blockchain. Your wallet is just the key ring that opens the lockbox that lets you play with your tokens.
And once you have your seed words on a hardware device, you can also just nilly-willy change your software wallet if you don't like it anymore. Because it's just the interface.
Nilly-villy? What? Nilly-vanilly? What?
Maybe it's a German-only term. I don't know. I'm used to saying
we say willy-nilly.
Willy-nilly, okay.
Nilly. Yes.
He got it. All right. HEX security panel. Good job.
Thanks for having us on.
Thank you.
Thank you, Max.
Stay safe.
Pleasure seeing everyone again.
Appreciate seeing you both first time as well.
Tune in for my sessions tomorrow on how much Pulse Chain is going to be worth and HEX is going to be worth tomorrow.
Bullish on
same time tomorrow. Let's
do that 10,000x overnight.